Hey y'all, and welcome to LaLa Land. My name's La Tiffany, but you can call me Lala. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much. And for you guys who are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Obviously, if you have not viewed my previous videos, then you know I am vlogging my round two revisions, make something better journey with my BBL. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Fajas, more specifically stage 1. In some of the surgery communities online that I'm a part of, I've been getting the questions around, which Faja snatches you better? Do I have to use the same company for my stage 1 as my stage 2? Should I even bother getting the stage 1 and the additional garment from my surgery center? So just lots of random questions regarding the Faja. And so I really want to do this video just to drop some gems for those who have recently gotten their BBL and are recovering, as well as those of my dolls who are considering getting a BBL with lipo. So let's just jump right into the video. So this past weekend, I actually went to one of the, I guess, infamous locations for Fajas that I'm sure lots of you who are in the community know about. And it is the infamous Pretty Girl Curves. So I happen to live in the amazing state of Florida. And they have two locations here. So they have one in Miami and they have one in the Pembroke Pines area. So I live in Tampa, and so the Miami is probably about 4 hours. I'm gonna get this right. Pembroke Pines location is about 3 hours and 20 minutes, give or take traffic. So I was able to go down on Saturday. It was an up and back trip for me. So I went down to get my stage 1 Faja. So let me show you what I purchased, and then we'll get into discussing the specs on it. So like I said, I went to the infamous Pretty Girl Curves in Pembroke Pines, and I got my stage 1 Faja. What I pulled up, something that's different from the Pembroke Pines location versus Miami. The Miami location is super popular. Lots of cosmetic surgeons in the Miami area will send their dolls to Pretty Girl Curves to purchase their Faja. And so there is typically a line. At the Pembroke Pines location, there was not a line. If I'm able to, I'll insert some clips either up here or over here so that you can see what the store actually looks like. And so on arrival, no line. Store was empty when I got in. I was greeted at the door by one of the two saleswomen that were actually at the front desk. I asked them, could I vlog? They said I could. And so I spent some time just shooting some footage of the store, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. And then the young lady approached me and asked me, what was I looking for? What type of surgery was I getting? So I told her what I was getting. I explained to her, this is a round 2 for me. I'm actually going to be getting just some touch-ups, some revisions, just some fills in some places on my butt. And so from there, she took that information. She was able to show me what Faja she thought would be the best. And for me, it made the best sense for me to get what I would get if I were to be getting, full Lipo360 and BBL. So that's the garment that we went with, and that's what I have to show you today. So let's jump right into the garment. So I went with black. As I mentioned before, in this journey, black will become your friend. As you are leaking fluids and blood and all that stuff all over the place, the last thing you want to do is see it. As you already know, it is going to exit your body, and so we want to leave the visual to a minimum. So I got my garment in black. So this is what I received, and let me look and see on the tag if the actual description or number for the garment is here. Give me 1 second. All right, so looking at the tags, the type of garment that I received is called the Curvy Body. I got mine in an XL and in the color black. And how we determine the size is the young lady that was helping me, she actually took a few measurements and then she added 2 because of the swelling that I'm going to have, the inflammation, all that good stuff. So she added a couple inches and we ended up with the measurements that equated to a XL. So that's how we determine the size. I told you how we got to the black, the color, and then I talked about why we received, or why she chose this particular garment, is because it is the same garment that she would typically give to someone who was getting Lipo360 and a BBL, which meant I have a bigger butt, which I'll show you in a second. It is non-compressing, as well as wider hip space, which is also non-compressing. We just want to make sure that we left some room in case of additional swelling and inflammation. So if we go from top to bottom, it is in the back, full back, compression from top to bottom through the back. At the top in the front, you'll see that there are clips on the shoulders for you to adjust, which is great because I am 6'2", and so I will most likely put these on the very last hook because I am long. And so I like that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 clips that I can change this to for comfortability on my shoulders. And I will show that it is also padded, which I love. I know there's always some concern about faja burns and making sure that we put some type of garment or fabric between the actual garment and our skin. So I love that I will get the additional support here in the shoulders because it is padded. And as you can, I guess, hear or see the padding there. Moving on down, you'll see that this is the chest area that I got, and I got the braless. I will most likely spend majority of my recovery time with no bra or with a sports bra, and I showed you in my last video the 2 that I purchased from Amazon in black and beige, I believe. So I'll be wearing those. If we move down to the midsection, you'll see on this particular one, it is the same as you will, or should normally see with a traditional faja. There are 3 levels, so 1, 2, 3, and then we have all of the clips along this side, and they attach, straight across. As you get down in size around the waist area, you just move these over to the different snatches. Once you get to your last clip, that is when you most likely will need to take the garment and get it altered by a seamstress. If there is too much spacing in your garment, you probably want to just order another one altogether. My plan is to use this stage 1 as well as the stage 1 garment that I purchased with my surgery center, and I will use those interchangeably. As I mentioned previously, you want to make sure you have an additional garment because when you are washing one, you can be in the other, or if you need to take one to get it altered, you have another one at home to make sure that you're continuing to compress. As we move all the way down, what I do love about this particular garment is that's different from when I had my round 1 5 years ago. No one was really doing, as far as I know, we'll say crotch areas that had zippers. Now they're becoming popular. And when I had my surgery done, all fajas had flaps. They just did. This one actually has a zipper, and the zipper goes all the way this deep. So what that means is I will not have to take my faja off to do a number 1 or 2, depending on the swelling and I guess the size of your backside. I don't know if this will spread far apart enough or not, but I noticed that when I was looking at the garment once I got back, that it actually, the crotch area has a zipper instead of the flap. So that is something new to me since my previous round. And then, as I mentioned, if we turn around to the back, you'll see in the butt area, you'll see that this is a very, stretchable, soft. You can put your hands and move it across. There's lots of butt space there for it to expand. My current measurements for my hips is a 44.5, and so I'm pretty sure even with the filler that I'm gonna get this time around, my butt's gonna be bigger than 44.5. So I'm gonna need that extra space, as well as you can also see on the let me take this out. On the sides, which this is the side, you can also see that that same fabric expands across to the side, where there will be no compression in my hips, which really doesn't matter to me because he's not gonna do anything to my hips. I'm not getting any work done on my hips, so we should be good there. So yeah, this is the garment that I purchased. Now this garment does come in some variations. They just were not available when I went to the store on Saturday. I received or purchased the one that comes a little above my knees. And as you can see, you know, it is compressed through the leg, and then it has a touch of lace down at the very bottom. What I do like about this, and I noticed that has changed since the last time I received my round as well, as it does not have that rubbery sort of film in the inside. I tried it on. It was super comfortable. It wasn't moving or sliding around. And so this does not have that rubber part on the inside. But yeah, this one comes down a little bit above my knees. They do have them in the one that stops at the thigh, and then they also have the one that stops as a short, which probably would not work best for me because I have super long legs, so I prefer something a little bit more longer. So I was happy when she said it was okay that they didn't have the shorts or they stop at like the mid thigh on Saturday. So I just went with the one that's a little bit longer. So that's the garment that I purchased from Pretty Girl Curves. I will be able to come back and do a more in-depth review actually once I wear it. If you don't know, my surgery is the day after tomorrow. And so I have pre-op tomorrow, actually at 9 a.m. So I will be headed to my surgery center tomorrow at 9 for my pre-op. Tomorrow I will most likely try to do a video that's going to show my pre-op if they let me record it, as well as I'll show my meal prep, because I need to have meals prepared to, you know, just heat up, warm up. I'm not going to be in the mood to cook full meals, which is what I'll need, which is a protein, a starch, and a vegetable. I'm not going to be in the mood to do that. So I want to be as best prepared to recover at the maximum level, you know, after my surgery. So I'm going to be preparing some meals, and then I'll also record me preparing my bed for when I get back from surgery on Thursday. So I'll do that video tomorrow. I'll try to put that up before my surgery on Thursday, just showing some of that footage of tomorrow and the things that are going on in preparation for my surgery. So as I always say, if you have any questions, concerns, please drop them down below in the box, and I will get back to you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.